Hey guys, my name's Mr. Junior. Today I'm gonna talk to you about the top 10 most beautiful extinct animals. Number 10. Irish elk, also known as Megaloceros giganteus, which used to live in the area from Ireland to Siberia. Irish elk populated much of northern Europe at end of the last glacial period. They could grow up to 7 feet tall at shoulder and weigh up to 700 kg. Their antlers were the largest of any deer species, reaching 12 feet in width. They evolved around 400,000 years ago and died out approximately 5,000 years ago. It is likely that hunting by humans contributed to their extinction. Number 9. Quagga. This striking half zebra, half horse creature is actually a subspecies of zebra that diverged around 200,000 years ago and became extinct in 19th century. Quagga lived in South Africa and got their name from sound they make. It was hunted to extinct in 1883 to preserve the land of agricultural animals and for their meat and hides. Number 8. Japanese Honshu wolf. The Honshu wolf lived on Japanese island of Shikoku, Kyushu and Honshu. It was the smallest species of wolf in the Canis lupus family, growing about 3 feet in length and 12 inches at shoulder. After rabies was introduced to Honshu wolf population in 1732, the disease killed off a large number of animals and made them more aggressive towards humans. Given their increased contact with humans following the deforestation of their natural habitat, their aggression led them being prolifically hunted until their extinction in 1905. Number 7. Great auk. The great auk was a flightless bird that resembled a present-day penguin. Like the penguin, it was a powerful swimmer, stored fat for warmth, nested in dense colonies and mated for life. However, it also had a heavy hooked beak. It could grow almost 3 feet in height and lived in North Atlantic Ocean until its extinction in 19th century. Beginning in 16th century, Europeans hunted the great auk to acquire its treasured down feathers for pillows. The bird was later hunted in North America for fishing bait and commonly endured atrocities such as being skinned and burned alive for feathers and food, finally forcing the great auk to extinction. Number 6. Pinta Island tortoise. The Pinta Island tortoise was a subspecies of giant tortoise that lived on the Galapagos Island. It was hunted prolifically for food in 19th century and its habitat was destroyed in 1950s. When goats were brought to island, efforts were made to conserve the animal, but by 1971 only one remained, the famous Lonesome George. Despite attempts to mate other tortoises with George, none of the eggs hatched and he died in 2012, the last of his kind. Number 5. Steller sea cow. Steller sea cow was a huge plant-eating sea mammal similar to manatee in appearance. However, it could grow up to 9 meters long, 30 feet. It was discovered by George Wilhelm Steller and within 3 decades was hunted to extinction by Europeans. It lived in coastal region of North Pacific Ocean and became extinct in 1768 after being hunted for food, fat of oil lamps and skin to line boats. Number 4. Smilodon. Smilodon lived in North and South America at end of the last glacial period. Though it evolved as a separate species around 2.5 million years ago, the largest subspecies, Smilodon populator, could reach 400 kg in weight, 3 meters in length and 1.4 meters tall at the shoulder. Despite being called a saber-toothed tiger, it was actually built more like a bear, with short powerful limbs that were not designed for speed. Its notable canines could reach 30 cm 1 foot in length but were fragile and mainly used for biting into soft neck tissue after its prey had been subdued. It could open its jaw 120 degrees but had a relatively weak bite. However, the Smilodon's extinction coincides with the arrival of humans who were known to have hunted many native species. Number 3. Woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth inhabited much of the Arctic tundra regions of the northern hemisphere in the early Holocene period. This massive creature could reach 11 feet in height and weigh 6 tons. which is about same as African elephants, though their closest relative is Asian elephant. Unlike the elephant, it was covered in brown, black and ginger fur. It also had a shortened tail to minimize frostbite. The woolly mammoth had long tusks of fighting and foraging, and these were sought after by humans. They were hunted for food as well, but it's likely that their extinction was expedited by climate change at the end of last glacial period. The retreating ice saw most of their habitat disappear, reducing their population enough for humans to wipe them out through hunting. While most died around 10,000 years ago, small populations continued in remote areas up until 4,000 years ago. Number 2. Moa. The moa was a huge species of flightless bird native to New Zealand. They could grow to almost 4 meters in height, 12 feet, and weigh 230 kg. Despite their incredible height, the bird's vertebrae suggest they spent much of their time with their necks pointed forward. These long necks likely produce low-pitched, resonant calling sound. Moa was traditionally hunted by Haast's eagle, though this changed when the Maori people arrived in 1300 AD. In less than a century, hunting by humans drove them to extinction. Number 1. The Tasmanian tiger. Tasmanian tiger was the largest carnivorous marsupial of the modern era, evolving around 4 million years ago. It became extinct in the 1930s due to excessive hunting by farmers who blamed it for killing sheep and poultry. Other factors were a loss of habitat to agriculture, disease, and the introduction of dogs. This remarkable creature lived in Tasmania, Australia, and New Guinea, and could grow to almost 2 meters in length from head to tail. The Tasmanian tiger was top of the food chain, apex predator, and nocturnally ambushed prey including kangaroos, wallabies, possum, birds, and small mammals. Its jaw could open 120 degrees, and its stomach could distend to consume large quantities of food, meaning it could survive in sparsely populated areas. Thanks for watching the video. Please do like, subscribe, share, and comment below.